everyone, I'm Anna and we are Dania Accounting. Today we are diving into a crucial topic for all entrepreneurs and business owners in Denmark: mandatory insurance for your business. Navigating the insurance landscape can be complex, but understanding what's legally required for your business is essential for compliance and protection. From workers' compensation insurance to professional indemnity insurance and beyond, we will explore the insurance you absolutely need to have, alongside those that might be considered nice to have depending on your business activities. Join me as we unravel the intricacies of effectively insuring your business, ensuring you are covered for every eventuality. Let's get started. Your insurance needs are determined by your turnover, the size of your inventory, the value of your equipment, machinery, cars, premises, number of employees, sector, and other factors. Our clients typically use these insurance companies: Tryg, Top Denmark, If Skadesforsikring. We have been clients with Tryg ourselves for a long time and have been satisfied with their service. Businesses have different requirements for which insurance they must take out according to legislation, the need to have, and which insurance they might need, the nice to have. In this video, you will learn about the following: insurance that are mandatory for a business to take out. Insurance that a business can choose to take out voluntarily. Regardless of the insurance you choose, you should always familiarize yourself with the insurance policy. If the insurance company refuses to recognize a claim, it can be disastrous for your finance and business. When you run a business in Denmark, some insurance are compulsory by law. When you have employees, occupational injury insurance is mandatory. We call this workers' compensation insurance. This insurance compensates your employees for accidents and illness directly caused by the work and their working conditions. Occupational injury insurance only covers permanent injuries. You cover injuries that are not permanent but result in sick leave as an employer and by the public authorities in the form of sickness benefits paid to the employee. Employees can always claim compensation against the company even if an injury is not permanent. You can use a separate liability insurance policy to mitigate this potential risk. We will talk about this insurance later in the video. As an employer, you are legally required to take out occupational injury insurance for all your employees. The same applies to shareholders and partners if they work in the company. For example, if you own an APS and AS and work as a director, occupational injury insurance must be taken out regardless of whether the employee is salaried or only works a few hours a week. This applies both in the case of temporary employment and in the case of permanent employment. In addition to the statutory occupational injury insurance, there are as many as 8 different employer contributions that you pay as an employer. One of these employer contributions is the labor market insurance for occupational disease. This insurance is also known in its short version as AES. This compulsory insurance covers occupational disease that don't result from work-related injuries. You pay the labor market occupational sickness insurance through a single payment with the 7 other employers' contributions. Your business activity code and the number of employees determine the total contribution amount. You must also take out compulsory vehicle liability insurance if your business has a car. This applies to both registered and non-registered vehicles. You can also take a voluntary comprehensive insurance, which often covers theft, vandalism, and other damage. If you use your private card for business, check whether your current vehicle liability insurance policy needs to be changed. If your business provides advisory services, you may need to take out compulsory professional indemnity insurance to cover liability for your advisory services. This is typically relevant for architects, lawyers, certified public accountants, insurance brokers. There may also be situations where it is not a legal requirement, but it is still a good idea. Advisor liability insurance covers where your business is liable for providing advice if your client has lost money. If in doubt, ask your insurer if your industry requires advisor liability insurance. Remember to check the contract with your client for any requirement for you to have advisor liability insurance. If your business uses drones in its work, it is required by law to take out drone liability insurance. Remember that you also need a drone license to fly drones in Denmark. You and your business are vulnerable in the event of accidents and incidents. That's why taking out insurance against a wide range of potential risk is tempting. But of course, it costs money to be insured against everything. Therefore, you must consider and assess what insurance you need for your business and the daily risks it faces. If you are okay with taking a risk, you don't always have to insure against it. However, you need to understand that an accident or mishap can involve potential risk and financial liability or loss. Here are some insurance policies you can choose to take out. If you own the building where you run your business, you should take out building insurance. Commercial property is not legally required to have this type of insurance. However, this insurance is usually compulsory if you owe money to the bank on the property. The insurance covers damage caused by fire, lightning strikes, and explosions. It is also usually covers damage to installations related to the operation of the building. Product liability insurance covers the liability of a manufacturer or seller if the product sold caused damage to the other people or property. You can also take out transport insurance if you ship goods to or outside Denmark. This insurance covers damage and loss of goods during import and export. Liability insurance covers damage caused by an employee in the exercise of their profession. This can be damage to property or other people. The insurance often also covers the employee's liability against the businesses concerning an injury. Business interruption insurance covers you if you experience a drop in turnover after a recognized loss. It helps cover fixed costs such as salaries or additional charges if your premises cannot be used for some time. Business interruption insurance for customers provides cover if an employee or the businesses negligently cause a customer to lose revenue due to work performance. Sickness benefit insurance for private employers covers employees' absence from the company from the second day of illness. It is your municipality that offers sickness benefit insurance. Without sickness benefit insurance, the businesses must generally cover employees' first 30 days of sickness. Also, you can buy equipment, machinery, and IT insurance. This insurance covers damage to production and IT equipment. Some banks will offer to insure your online banking against losses from hacking. Cyber insurance will protect you against losses from cyber attacks, breaches of data, and similar IT-related issues. A directors and board members' liability insurance will protect directors and board members against legal claims resulting from their decisions. A key person insurance will compensate the business if a key employee gets ill, is disabled, or dies during the transition. Business insurance policies cover your business against different types of risks. In addition, As a self-employed person, you can take out insurance policies that cover yourself, which should often also be considered before deciding which insurance policies to take out for your business. As a self-employed person, you can also take out occupational injury insurance that covers you and your partner if your partner is a co-working spouse in the business. The insurance for a self-employed person is not compulsory by law, but it may be a good idea for you to be insured against accidents during working hours. Sickness benefit insurance for self-employed persons covers your absence from work from the third day of illness. It is also possible to purchase extended insurance that covers you from the first day. Your municipality offers sickness benefit insurance. If you are self-employed, you must pay for the first 14 days of sickness without sickness benefit insurance. Your private accident insurance only sometimes covers you at work. Therefore, you can take out accident insurance that covers you at work. There are usually a lot of startup costs for new businesses, so it is often advantageous to start the company from your home to save on charges until the business takes off. However, you can only sometimes assume that your home contents insurance policy will provide sufficient coverage when you run your business from home. You therefore need to separate the items belonging to the business and you personally. You should then check whether your business equipment is covered by your home contents insurance before deciding what insurance you need for your business. There may be special requirements for locking systems, alarms, grills, fireproof cupboards, etc. If you have customers who visit you in your private home, you may also benefit from having professional liability insurance. Thanks for joining me on this journey through the Essentials Insurance Guide for your business in Denmark. Remember, staying informed and compliant with your insurance obligation safeguards your business and fortifies your foundation for success. If you have any questions or need further clarification, please reach out. Protecting your business starts with the right coverage. Today, we have taken a significant step towards this goal. My name is Anna. We are Dani Accounting.